Welcome to another unboxing video from theplayersaid.com. My name is Grant. Today I'm unboxing a brand new game. Literally just got this week from a new company. The company is Serious Historical Games. You can see that there on the bottom of the box. They are a French publisher. The designer of this game is Philippe Hardy. And the name of the game is Nagashino 1575. Shizugatake 1583, Battles of the Sengoku Jidai. So the game is about feudal Japan in 1575 and 1583. So pretty cool, great looking art there on the cover, really fantastic. And you'll notice up in the right hand corner it says Volume 1, Age of the Warring States. So this is a series that is going to, I assume, deal with more of these types of battles, but also might cover other feudal or medieval type of situations. We'll just have to see. I have not seen anything else about this game other than what I was able to read on the website. So great looking game. It's a small box. It's one of those 1-inch box, very similar to things that White Dog Games and Blue Panther uses to print, but I'm not sure who does their printing. And once again, new game company. So this is, I think, their first published product. So sometimes we have to look at it in that light and understand there may be some things that we either don't like or would like to see improved, and that's something that will happen in their other games. So here's the back of the box. You will notice here this side is in French, so don't worry about that. Here is the detail on the right that is in English. Love the art. The counters are absolutely fantastic. When we get to those, you'll be very, very impressed. And there's actually not a lot of counters, about 200, but it's an area movement game, almost on a tactical level. Feels very gritty and grainy. We'll just have to see. We're actually going to play this fairly soon. The game scale, it says Grand Tactical, but I'm not sure about that. 300 meters from area to area, 45 minutes per game. Game turn, sorry. 500 to 1,000 men per counter. So maybe it is Grand Tactical. It's not tactical for sure, but it has some of those similar elements. 2 players on a difficulty of 1 to 5. This is a 3, so it's kind of right in the middle. And the duration of the game is 120 to 240 minutes. I believe that there are several scenarios for each of the maps. So you'll get several scenarios for Nagashino and then several for Shizugatake. So we'll see how this goes. Nice looking box. The only complaint I have is, not real pleased with that. It's kind of splitting at the ends. And we paid $80 for this game, which included shipping, and that came from France. So it's actually more like a $50 to $60 game and then $20 worth of shipping. So let's go ahead and open the box. Love the art, love the investment in that art. It comes with several small baggies for the counters. The next thing we have here are the play aids. There are 2 of them. They are double-sided. And I think they're in French, actually, now that I look at them. So they're not double-sided. One of them is in French. The other one is in English. So I probably should have tried to make copies of these so that both Alexander and I had our own copy. But you can see it has pretty much everything you're going to need for the game. Fire table, melee table, differentials, the effects of isolation and disorganization, command radius, has a glossary for the different terminology used on that sheet. Here you have the sequence of play listed, initiative, quality check table, and terrain effects chart, and then formations table. Not really sure what that is, but we'll figure that out. So anyway, nice looking play aids. Really like those. The pink is an interesting choice for colors. Here is the rule book. It is full color. Rulebook is 23 pages, so you can see that there on the bottom. Really great looking detail. This is the same information that appeared on the back of the box. So this is just on the back of the rule book, which is pretty cool. My guess, I said 23 pages. I'm wondering if half of it isn't in English, and it is. So it looks like the first half is French. Let's see how far it goes before it gets into English. I hope I'm going to see some English here in just a minute. If not, we might have a problem. These are probably set up charts for the different scenarios. And finally, I'm into the English rules. So the English rules start on page 14 and then go to page 23. So you can see here the very dense rules, very small text. They do have nice pictures there of the counters explaining what the information on them means. Here's a description of zones of control. Here's a description of the formations. There are formation markers. I saw those when I did look at the counters, so we're interested. I'm interested in taking a look at that and seeing what that is. But you can see just from these names here, you have aggressive all the way to very defensive. So you can, it's like you're choosing your stance, and that's going to result in what is going to happen during the battle. So I'm very interested in that and to see how that works. We'll play and we'll do initiative. There's a initiative, or do a video review. Initiative determination is there. Talk about combat. Here you can see there's 2 good full pages on combat. They do have an example here. There's charging. There's different types of actions. And then here you have the scenarios, 12.0. And I do like that they have several examples of things like movement, defensive fire, etc., melee combat. And then here you have the different scenarios. So the first one is Shizugatake, 11th of June, 1583. I'm not really sure that there's another scenario. And then you have Nagashino here at the top of this page. So maybe there's just one scenario per map, which is fine. We'll figure it out. We'll play through it. But there's the rule book. Once again, half French, half English. I didn't need that. Maybe they should have. But yeah, that's fine. It's not a big deal. Here are the counters. So there's only one sheet of counters, and this is 9 by 9 by 10, basically. So there's 90 counters here. But let me just show you the detail on these. These are just absolutely gorgeous. You've got the clan flags. You've got the different values, probably attack, movement, and defensive values there on the left. Nice little portraits of the different types of units. You even have the formation name. This one is Taiko or Taicho. Here's some other, but there's a whole bunch of types of different types of units. Here you even have some artillery, some cannon. You have some cavalry here, some horse archers, different riflemen. Here, I can't remember what the name in Japanese is for those, but lots of different cool looking units. They are double-sided. So very nice looking. Just kind of showing you there. Really like the counters. Let's go ahead and pop one of those out. Well, I just want to be very careful. I will clip these, although they're really sharp. Like the corners are great, but they do have, you can see they have a little bit of a tuft, so I will clip those off. There's a close-up of that. Very nice counters. Fairly thick. So those look really great. So those are the unit counters. There's some more unit counters there. And then these are different tactical counters. Not really sure how those work. And then there's those defensive or aggressive stances. So pretty interesting. Yeah, really great looking counters. They feel interesting too. They're kind of tactile, like I can feel them with my fingers, which I think is pretty interesting. This was included in the rule book, and it is a very simple page, a half page of errata. So we'll go ahead and make sure we pay attention to that. when we're reading the rules. We're actually going to play later tonight. Let's move that box out of the way. The map is interesting. It's like a large card stock piece of paper. We'll put some plexi on this that'll flatten out really nicely. Very durable and sturdy. Those creases look to be pretty deep, and there's a little bit of color coming off there. But frankly, the map looks fantastic. Let's go ahead and try to square that up for you. I've got it kind of at a bad angle on the camera. Let me move that a little bit. But really great looking map. You've got Lake Biwa here, Lake Yogo. Here's the forest. Here's a Shizugatake Castle, or Shizugatake-jo, as they would say in Japan. You can see the different areas here are marked, and they are areas. So should be really interesting. Let's go ahead and flip it over because it is a double-sided map. Flip it over to get you the look at the Nagashino side. Different color. Here you have maybe some savanna or open grasslands with intermittent forests kind of tied in. Nice rivers. Love the writing. Yeah, really great looking map. Really interested to see. There's Nagashino Castle. Little town there in the middle. So this is going to be pretty cool. Really looking forward to it. The other thing I would say, if you look at the map here on the bottom, there's like a little historical saying here. It says, "Like a dew I was born, like a dew I die. All life is but an illusion." And that is attributed to, it's a haiku attributed to a famous samurai. Sorry, right there, I can't quite read that name. Yanekura Shigetsugu, killed during the Battle of Nagashino. So very cool. I also like the fans track the turns. Starts at 6 a.m. and goes up till 12:30 p.m. So very cool. Nice little thematic touches here. Love the script style writing. This feels very Nihon-teki or Japanese-like, something that appears Japanese. So yeah, that's Nagashino and Shizugatake. Really looking forward to this. Alexander and I are going to try to play this one actually this evening. I think I already mentioned that to you. We're going to try to get this. I'm going to try to get it clipped today, try to get it together so that we can play it because I'm very excited about it. You don't get a lot of games on this subject. You also don't get a lot of games on the market, although it's becoming more and more common with art like that. It's just absolutely gorgeous. And once again, this is a first-time production from a new company, Serious Historical Games, which is a French publisher. So really looking forward to this. Want to share our thoughts and opinions on it, and I hope it's good. I'm looking forward to it. So thanks for watching. I've been Grant for the Player's Aid.